EA recently added a new feature into Madden 26 with the auto pass protection coaching adjustment. Now, I've noticed that a lot of players are using this the wrong way. When you use this properly, you can easily pick up every single blitz in the game. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the secret to get perfect pass protection so you never get sacked again, starting now. Alright guys, so there's still a lot of people out here running a lot of mug formations to either get the engaged blitz like you see from mid blitz to get a free rusher, or just try to get your stunts in. And these blitzes can be annoying. However, when you know how to utilize your base or your auto pass protection, you should be able to pick them up very easily. So in this video, I want to show you guys the best way to utilize it. Now, early in the year, a lot of people were running base protection every single play, and I was one of the people that did like base protection a lot. However, there's been a lot of patches to this game, and EA, anytime they patch the game, they seem to change with the protection a little bit, even if it's not mentioned. And right now, I'm seeing that base protection actually lets this Texas 4-man stunt come in very consistently. So first I want to go over how to easily pick up stunts every single time. Then we're going to get into dealing with the guys who run engaged blitzes to try to get free rushers, whether it's up the middle or whatever. We're going to cover it all. And if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. Alright guys, so you're seeing right here, we're in the base protection, and you can look at that by pulling up your play art, and you'll see that the O-line has the solid lines. That's going to be base protection. Now, with this Texas 4-man stunt, this was probably the best way to pick it up. But you're going to notice that after the patch, the most recent patch, I should say, it's a little inconsistent. Now, the Texas 4-man stunt is not going to come in every time. Don't get me wrong, but as you see here, it can come in a good amount. And, a lot of people will tell you that if you're on base, you can just untarget the user defender if they got someone standing over the center by flicking up on the right stick. And, that honestly is not going to be, very consistent either. I feel like right now, if you run base protection, you're got a 50-50 chance of this guy just flying up the A-gap just like this. So, base protection is not really where you want to be for the stunt. Now, just because you set your coaching adjustment doesn't mean you can't change it at the play call screen. What you set as your coaching adjustment is just what it's going to be by default. So yes, you can still do half slides, you can still do full slides, you can still go empty, but whatever you want to run most should be what you set as your coaching adjustment. Now, another method I was liking was the half slide, and I still do feel like the half slide is decent. However, it is not going to be your best bet. If you're dealing with stunts and you want to make sure that no D linemen come free, whether it's a stunt or just a simple pass rush, what you actually want to do. Real quick guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. Is go ahead and set your auto pass protection to empty. Alright, when you set it to empty, you're going to notice that regardless of what stunt they call, Texas 4-man from single mug, double mug, whether they stand over the center, they stand back with their user, it really doesn't matter. Empty protection, you'll see when you pull up the play art, has the dotted lines behind the O-lineman, right? This indicates empty. Now, I ran Texas 4-man about 4 or 5 times against base. We're going to do the same thing against empty. You'll see we go to snap this ball, and the worst that's going to happen is a shed. Nobody's going to come free. Now, I do like to take it a step further. I like to always untarget the user defender by flicking up on the right analog stick and then putting the flame over the user's head, just to make sure that that guy is not going to mess with the O-line to where it causes somebody to come free. So far we've done this twice, and we've had pretty great protection both times. And same thing here again, nobody's going to come free. And you have to realize, right now, a lot of people are running D-line stacks to where they get double or nothings. And, these can be annoying to deal with. But still, the worst that should happen is a shed. Nobody should come free. And what you're also noticing is that I just kind of slide in the pocket a little bit to avoid this pressure. So whether you're dealing with the Texas 4-man, a Texas 2-man, we're going to actually call the Texas 2-man next, you'll see that empty is probably going to be your best bet. So let me actually do the Texas 2-man. The Texas 2-man, especially the left Texas 2-man, was another good stunt. And you know, what's nice about this one is you can call it with a contain. But the same thing you're going to notice, because we're not having to double team anybody, this just doesn't really get any pressure. We can call it once or twice more, and the result is going to be the same. This single mug, in my opinion, is probably the best stunt defense overall if you just want to call stunts. And you're just seeing that this just does not get in. It does not get in at all. Now, the other main stunt defense people like to call, I would say, is the double mug. The double mug is a little bit different because not only do you have the stunts you have to worry about, which we'll call here, but you also have to worry about people engaging. People don't really engage as much from single mug, but from double mug, they definitely do. So here, we'll just start with the Texas 4-man, and you'll see most people are going to spread the linebackers out. And here, there's nobody standing over the center, so there's nobody really to identify, or on target, I should say. And as you can see, there's just no pressure. Now, I want to do this once or twice more just so you can get a fair look at it before we move on to the engage. I just want you guys to see that, nobody's coming completely free against this empty protection. The worst that's going to happen is somebody might just shed through. I think actually somebody kind of shed through at the end of that play. But it doesn't really matter if they're standing on the line or whatever. This is just not going to get in. All right, so you're seeing that this is effectively picked up. Now, the other main thing people are going to try to do is they're going to just go ahead and take their user and they're going to run into your center. Because once they see that, okay, the stunts aren't working, they know they have to do something else. And, you can see here, people like to just pull up the stunt menu because then, they can just run down and they can get pretty good pressure just like that. Okay? So what can we do against that? So what I like to do, because, a lot of people will call this from mid-blitz because, they don't really want to run, a blitz like that from zone because it just leaves too many openings. So they want to go cover zero. And most people, will come out here and just worry so much about the blitz. Personally, I just like to dot it. Like you can see here, just easy, flats, quick reads. It's going to make them second guess themselves. But what a lot of people will then do is they'll drop a defensive end into a flat zone. Now, when they do this, if you just make no adjustments, you see the pressure still can get in. But there's actually one very easy way to block this engage blitz every single time to where it's not going to come free. So what you want to do is basically you just want to look and see which linebacker is standing over the center. Because you know that whichever linebacker is standing over the center, they're trying to let the other one come up the A-gap. So knowing this, I see that the linebacker from the left of the screen is standing over the center. That means they're trying to get the one from the right free, okay? So since they're trying to get the one from the right free, naturally this blitz is coming from the right. So what I can do is do a half slide to the side of the blitz, which in this case, that would be a half slide to the right. So I hit L1 or LB and flick to the right on the right analog stick. There I go. Now, if they were to keep this left edge blitzing, he would come free. But I know that because of the quick passes that I'm running into the flat, they're probably not going to do that. So if I was just to set up, a simple route combo to where I have, some quick reads like this, there should be no way that, they get any pressure on me, and I should have quick enough reads to get the ball. So let's see. And yes, you guys can see, no pressure comes. I'm able to just throw a quick drag, quick flat, something quick, right? That's all you really need to do. And on this game, sometimes you might get 5 yards, but then the next time, you know how tackling is. You can break the tackle or just make a miss. You might score a touchdown off a drag or flat. Now, here's the thing. The reason why you want to do this concept from something that has quick reads is, well, what if they just don't drop that guy? What if they actually keep him blitzing? So here's a situation like that. Let's actually just keep all these guys rushing. So, the pressure should come in regardless if we half slide or not. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and half slide to the right. And if they send this guy, he will come free. But like I said, that's the whole key from calling it from a play like this, because that's what I'm looking at immediately when I snap the ball. I'm looking at that edge rusher because I know, based upon my slide protection, he's going to come in free if they rush him. So I see he comes in free. I just check it down to that running back because I know that that running back route is always going to beat that safety, that man up guy into the flat. And, it's basically a free 5 to 10 yards. But, if you have Jahmyr Gibbs, especially at times, you'll get a touchdown off of just throwing to a running back flat because the running back just gets too good of animations on that play. So I personally like to do something like, this is basically what I would do. I would do 2 streaks, the running back, a post, and a drag. Because here's why I like this combo. First of all, you have fast receivers. If they press you, the streaks can be touchdowns over the top. Most people won't press you, though, for that very reason. But still, just the way man is on this game, you'll see defenders bump into each other. Those can be touchdowns even in off coverage, especially if you know how to pass lead streaks, which is something I've broken down. But that's why I have the streaks. Then I like the post and the drag because it gives me quick reads over the middle to go with the running back flat. And the reason why I have the running back flat is in case they blitz the D in. Now, if they do drop the defensive end into coverage, just like this, the reason why I like this combo is, well, now that running back will draw out the flat zone, which then lets me throw this route over the middle of the field because the running back is pulling the flat. And drags on this game, they just kill man. You cannot consistently stop drags from man, especially when you have streaks to push the defense back. And then a post, there's just no way. Keep in mind, with this type of blitz, the defense has to engage their user, so they're not really even able to help out much in coverage for these quick reads. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, giving you a high-level, in-depth breakdown of how to deal with the most common blitzes and stunts you see online. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.